Hey guys, it's Aidette. Today we're doing my everyday makeup routine makeup tutorial. I'm so excited, guys. I have officially perfected my makeup look and I'm just like super happy with it. This is what it looks like. It looks like we didn't do too much, but like we kind of did a lot. I know the usual time for a makeup routine is like an hour to 2 hours, but this one only takes me 40 minutes. I really have nothing else to say besides that it just looks so freaking bomb and I'm just in love with it. Also, guys, have you noticed that I've been wearing a lot of black and a lot of like silver? I just love it, but like with a mix of like girly, like Y2K. I've just been finding my style recently and I just love the color black and pink together. Oh my gosh, especially together. I'm like, I need an ambulance. But this is the look. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I'm so obsessed with it. I kept you guys waiting for too long. So let's get on in with the tutorial. Can we believe we're finally getting the everyday makeup routine? I have a little coffee. Okay, I have a problem with this coffee though. This was down the street and I was like, oh, let me take BB, my pupper, on a walk. This was $8.25. That's Los Angeles for you. My chin hairs grow like no one's business. This is gonna come as a shocker to you guys. I have a new favorite foundation. This can be quite heavy if you use it heavy-handed. Only use maybe like 2-ish pumps and then like spot treat like if you need. This is the YSL All Hours foundation. This has SPF 30, fire, MW7. This is definitely warm, but you guys can see I have a huge pimple on my forehead today, so this is going to cover everything up. Definitely 24-hour wear. I did a review on this before. If you guys want to check it out, I'm gonna link it down below. If you guys don't know already, my favorite go-to sponge for my face is the LA Girl Pro sponge, and it comes with a little sponge holder, or you can get it in a 2-pack. That's the Pro pack, and I usually just get that one because I'm always using them. This one's a dirty one, but it's so squishy, guys. You guys can use my code Aidette10. You're gonna be seeing a lot of LA Girl because it's truly like what I'm always using. I used their brow pencil. I used their banana yellow powder. This gives me zero flashback. I use their bronzer. This isn't supposed to be a bronzer, but I use it as a bronzer, and all of you guys know it. I talk about it all the time. It's all dirty and it's broken, but this is the LA Girl Pro Face Press Powder in the shade Warm Caramel. We'll get into that later, not to mention also their Pro Concealer. My face color is going to be a little bit off, but don't mind that. This concealer is going to save the day. So this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Porcelain. I literally always use LA Girl. I've been using it since I was little and it's never ever failed me. And then I've been adding a little bit right here, like to sculpt under the cheeks, and make sure to add this like right here in the inner corners. And I also take it onto the sides of my nose. Now taking my LA Girl sponge, I'm gonna be blending out under the cheeks first because it does dry down on my cheeks faster for some reason. Focus on blending the inner part of my concealer first. So notice I'm gonna be tapping in the same spot for quite a minute until I feel like the product has been kind of like mostly distributed. See how this is like already blended? I take this all the way into the inner part of my eye. I feel like that's very important. So now you can see that the focus of the product is right here in the inner parts of the eyes, and then after I've gotten that, I go ahead and take it out. And I've also started to not like to take my concealer all the way down to this area, like 3/4 of the way down to my nose, but I don't want it to be lower because I just feel like it makes my face unnecessarily longer. This is really all about layering, so I'm going to be taking a little bit more of our Porcelain LA Girl concealer right into the inner corner, and that's really the only spot that we're going to be focusing on afterwards. And this is just to build up the coverage. Basically, I love a full coverage whenever I'm doing makeup. I'm like, if I'm going to be wearing makeup, it's going to be full coverage. Again, just bouncing it in the same spot rather than like before I used to like take the product and immediately spread it everywhere, and I just feel like it didn't give me like this full of coverage. There goes my dryer. Just listen to how long it is. It's still going. Now for the fun stuff. This is the Tarte Sculpt Tape Contour Stick. This stuff has become a staple in my makeup routine. It's very easy. It blends very, very well. You guys will see just in a second. I don't like to be too heavy-handed on this because this goes a long way. Let me show you. A little dabbler like that, like, will be more than enough, honestly. I did a whole video explaining. I definitely need to make a whole new an updated video on my contour routine. For the nose, I take it very light because a little bit goes such a long way, y'all. These few little dots are going to transform your face. Just watch. I'm going to be blending out the nose first because we do not want it to dry down. If you guys would like an updated contour routine, which is beginner friendly, I give you guys step by step. It could be like a 30-minute video like the last one was. Let me know and I will do her. You can add more or less. I always make sure to blend it upwards into my brows. That's a huge mistake that a lot of us do. Doing the button is very important. That's like the crucial part for my routine. Taking the contour and pushing it upwards. I'd rather blend it out before with a little brush and then blend it out. Always make sure though you're taking it on the temples. I cannot stand when it's like bald right here because it's like, it doesn't look seamless. So the contour is fully blended and I really just blend it away with a little blender. Now we can go ahead and add our final touches before we set the face. So I'm going back in with my LA Girl and just adding a little bit of concealer to the sides of my nose just to cut the nose. Basically, you're creating the illusion of making a itty bitty nose by putting the darker color in the middle of the face, essentially carving out the sides of the nose. When I tell you that I have tried other powders, when I run out of this, nothing compares. So you guys need to pick this up. I'm telling you, it's so good, and I always use the powder puff that comes with it. This is a brand new fresh one. I also got some backups because I'm always running out of them. I just love powder. I always like over powder because I want to make sure that my makeup is gonna stay all freaking day. This is how I create my creaseless under eyes. I take the powder and immediately look up and dab it right in there. This is always the first spot that I go in on, and after that I'm hitting all the hot spots where I could get oily. This is just my routine. Call me crazy. I love to over powder, like I said, so I just go all over my face, absolutely everywhere, and this is what keeps my makeup on all freaking day. These are my favorite brushes. I love Morphe brushes. I've always loved them, and this is a flat dense kabuki brush, but this is the MV100 and I love it so much. I'll take more powder from the cap and then we'll just go in on setting the entire face. Moving on to the bronzer. This is the bronzer that I used. I talked to you guys about it earlier. This is the LA Girl pressed powder in the shade Warm Caramel. I'm going in on the nose and basically just doing these same exact motions just with powder like I did with the contour. Oh my gosh, I look back at like how I did my makeup a year ago. Why did you guys not tell me that my contour was just absolutely vile? We're gonna snatch that up later. You guys know I love my powder, so we're gonna be going in and making it a lot more sharp. This is just the base, babes. Oh my gosh, that's such a pet peeve when people like genuinely and seriously, they're like, oh babes, like, oh my gosh babes, how are you? Like, I'm like, oh my god, you are chronically online. Like, it gives me like the biggest ick because babe nowadays has the most condescending sound to it and genuinely mean it like in a sassy way, and I'm like, ew. It's almost like the equivalent of saying sweetie, and like you're the same age as me and you're calling me like babes slash sweetie. I'm like, get out of my face. Anyway, face is snatched up. While we're doing the rest of the face, I'm gonna take more of my banana yellow powder by LA Girl and I'm going to snatch the sides of the nose because I feel like it could get a little messy sometimes. So I always like to like fluff it out on the sides now to kind of just elongate the eye. But see how it just adds that nice color? I just feel like it looks so much better than having a blank eye. I'll also take it onto the actual eyelids. And now we're gonna go in with some brown liner because brown liner over black for an everyday look for me anyway. Brown liner for the win. I've been doing this for a long time now. I think since like 2020. I think I received a brown liner from House Labs by Lady Gaga. Oh my gosh, ever since then I have been using only brown liner and only using black for like whenever like I'm on set modeling, like they'll always use black. I don't know, I just feel like brown just really makes, like, it just looks so pretty. So I'll switch between the Lancome Idol brown liner, the CoverGirl liquid liner. They're just kind of different. They work a little bit different. I kind of like the CoverGirl one a little bit more. And this is the L'Oreal Infallible Grip 36-hour pencil liner, and I use that for like the waterline. I like to just start off with the actual wing. Recently I've been liking going inwards. Okay, I'm gonna be a little sideways for a second just because I need to see like the mirror. And then I just like to go in from the middle and connect it. I've been making my wing quite thick recently and I don't mind it. I just had a lot of caffeine, so I messed up. Usually it doesn't take me this long to do my eyeliner, but like I don't know. Some days it takes a little bit longer than others, but some days I can literally just like swoop it on and it's done. The other one is rounder than this one, so we have to round this one out. Okay, that's looking a lot better, and now I'm just gonna like go in and do the entire eye, but very thin. Okay, we got it, guys. Oh my gosh, it took me a long time. And create a little peak. Absolutely yummy. Going in with my L'Oreal. Oh my goodness, I accidentally poked my eye, but see how pretty that is? Ugh. But if I was to do this with black liner, it would have been way more intense. I just feel like this is just like still everyday wearable. Oh my goodness, I accidentally went too hot in the paint. Brunette LA Girl, again LA Girl. I'm telling you guys, code Aidette 10. This is the Shady Slim brow pencil and I love it. I literally, I'm telling you guys, I have so many, like I have backups for days. The way that I do this though, I always like twist off the caps because it's just so hard to freaking get open. I got my brows laminated and tinted with Lashed Up by Maria. If you guys are in the LA area, you guys need to go check her out. I have her on my Instagram like always whenever I do get them done. Like, she cleans them up, she colors them, she like to your perfect hair color, makes them stand up straight like this. See, so like normally like my brows would be like this. I hate it. I don't like it. It just doesn't feel like me. So I just love that I can stick them straight up with no effort because my brows are very stubborn to say the least. Little hair strokes in the front. Some light touch-ups. Sometimes I like to make my brows a little bit darker than others. So I like to take some concealer on the back of my hand. This is my absolute favorite brush. This is the Sedona Lace 954. And I no longer like having a long tail because I feel like it brings out my face. And this kind of like cutting my brow a little bit shorter creates this lift. So I just kind of like take it at an angle, like almost straight but not fully straight. Last year when I thought it was bi. Actually, yeah, 2 years ago I thought it was bi. Damn. But here I am, as straight as a rainbow. Then I just kind of like line them up, and then I like to go back in to the shadow. This is the mascara I've been using. This is the Smashbox Superfan Fanned Out Mascara. I only like to use black mascara. I don't think I've actually tried a brown mascara. I don't have an eyelash curler, and I've just been waiting to buy the Shiseido one because it is the only one that freaking works, bro. Like, my lashes are definitely not straight, but I feel like they can be curlier. These are the two lashes that I have been using a lot. So I always kind of like switch between Dubai and Rose. So these two are from A Deluxe Cosmetics. This is their Instagram if you guys want to go check them out. These two pairs of lashes are so beautiful. I also have like so many other pairs of their lashes, guys. Like, I have pretty much their whole entire freaking collection. They have very pretty colored lashes like these. I believe these are Princess, yeah, pink, and it just like it's so pretty. I think for today I'm feeling Rose. While my lashes are prepping, can I put you guys on to my blush? So I actually use a combo of blushes. This is, I'm sorry, I don't think you can get this anymore because this was from a collection from ColourPop. This was their first Sailor Moon collection. Look how cute the little blushes though, like. This is a Sailor Moon X ColourPop From the Moon Pressed Powder Blush. So I like to load my brush. By the way, I use this brush here by Morphe. This is that same collection, the MV106. And then I will take my Tarte Energy Blush. So apparently there's two energy blushes. It's this one. This is what the packaging looks like. Do not get fooled by the other one. I broke it on a trip recently. Oh my gosh, I've been so freaking sad about it, so I need to get another one. I place it like right on the outer corner. OM freaking G. I always like to make sure that my mascara is wet before I apply my lashes. Do you guys see why I love this rose lash? It just looks so pretty and perfect and yummy. My usual combo, I'll usually use Cafe Lip Liner by LA Girl or Sugar and Spice Lip Liner by LA Girl, but I don't have them. They're probably somewhere in my bag because I always am like shoving them in random bags, and that's why I always lose them, and that's why I always end up buying like 50 of them at a time. Stay Auto Liner. This is a different liner from the other ones. The other ones are more like a pencil. This one has like different packaging, but this one is in the shade Keep It Spicy. They literally last all day. I just love this kind of like color, as long as it's this color, like juicy. So I always like to accentuate the roundness of my Cupid's bow. and then follow the actual line of my lip. I like to line the actual line on the corners of my lip, and then when it comes to the middle, I like to overline. Another LA Girl product, you're not even surprised at this point, matte lipstick. This is in the shade Ooh La La. This is so freaking pretty. I also use another one which is a little bit glossier, but that's in my purse and I don't really want to get it out. I love taking a lip brush because I just feel like it blends everything so much better. Perfect blend. And then I'll just go back in with my lip liner and define a little bit more. This is about the 6th time that my camera has died on me, so it's probably taking me about like 2 hours to film this, when this makeup look only takes me like 40 freaking minutes. This is already a very pretty lip, but you guys know I love me a good nude lip. Like everything else in my routine, it really depends on the day if I want to do like the eyeshadow darker, if I want to do the lip lighter, you know. Anyway, to me this is a perfect lip. My go-to lip is actually limited edition, which like breaks my freaking heart, so I need to see if like anywhere else sells it, but it's like a MAC nude lip gloss, I think by like, I don't even know who it's by. Limited edition collections, which makes me so freaking sad. As long as it's like a juicy nude, like we good. I'm gonna be using this new Sephora lip gloss. I've only used it once, I think, like when you swatched it, but not on the actual lips, so I'm excited to use this. This is the Sephora Colorful Gloss Balm in the shade 21 Nude Attitude. I just feel like Sephora brand products are so underrated. Like, are you kidding me? Shut the duck up. I'm not going to use too much because I can already tell that this goes a long way. This is absolutely delicious. I just touched up like the inner corners and the lip liner just a tad bit because it was like pretty light. I'm going to go sleek up my hair, and this is pretty much the entire look. Alright guys, this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love this. This has to be my favorite that my makeup has ever looked, and I'm so glad that I waited for my everyday makeup routine because I haven't done one in like what, like 2-3 years. So I'm just glad that I waited because I'm like looking back and I'm like, oh, that was your routine? Interesting. So freaking good. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.